La, 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 la. Hello everyone. Today we're going to do part 2 of 1 from my previous video, which was titled Breaking Generational Cycles. And you go back to my previous video. If you did not get to see the first part, you can always watch that part and catch up with this part too. Anyway, so breaking generational cycles. Colonialism really did work on us. And when I say work on us, I'm talking specifically to black people. Because as you can see, I'm a representation of black people, African people, African descendants. Now, I want to go into the part of religion because I grew up in a typical Christian home in the Caribbean, Jamaica specifically. And you know, go to church every Sunday, go Sunday school. At some point when you get older, you left the church scene, but then you went back again, and then you left again. And I'm at that stage where I've actually left the church scene, but I have not given up or forgotten who my creator is, the Most High, God. I still do my meditation, I still pray, and all the necessary steps I need to do to communicate to the Most High. And some people out there probably will judge and say, oh, what is it now? She turned atheist, she don't go to church. But hey, mouth make fi talk and say anything. So I don't even follow those people, because whatever relationship is happening and going on, that's between me and my creator, and that's the most important thing. And I have developed a very personal relationship with my creator, so I can talk to him anywhere, anytime, and I'm at peace with him, and I'm humble and remaining teachable, so he can continue to guide me along the right path. So I always ask a question like, before we learn English, I ask some of my fellow African brothers and sisters, like, what do your tribe, how do you call God? Say the word God in your tribe, and then they tell me the language and stuff. And when they tell me that, straight away I realize that, okay, so our people definitely must have been practicing some kind of religion, spirituality, before colonialism obviously came into Africa and went into different continents and stuff. Because I've seen patterns in churches where the leaders, they actually abuse their power. And when I read up about history, about what our ancestors went through, it brings back that same memory and patterns of what I see some leaders of today doing to the church, which are the people. And that just cannot be right. That is just wrong. And then some of our people are so brainwashed, it's like they can't even see reasoning or sense. And then I picked up on that scripture part that said, my people suffer for lack of knowledge. So it's just a whole lot of trauma and stuff happening. And it's about time that we go in deep and try to figure out who's been lying to us and what's the real deal when it comes to religion, God, spirituality, and so on. Because our people deserve to be free, and they deserve to know truth. But for some, they receive the truth and they hear and they know. But for some, it's like they've been so brainwashed. It's like there's nothing you tell them that can let them see any differently. If anything, they themselves will even turn against you and attack you. And then you get to the stage where you know what? You have to just walk away and leave such a people. And just hope and pray that maybe one day, their eyes will be open to truth and they will start asking the right question and then seeking the answers that they so deserve to know and have. Trauma runs deep, people. It runs deep in terms of religion, a system set up, government policy and all of these things that affect, our brothers and sisters. And it's a very painful thing to be seen happening right in front of you. And then you sometimes hear conversation where people sometimes even use the term and say like, oh, well, black people should be grateful because obviously we white civilized you a lot and took you out of some very deplorable conditions that you were probably living in Africa. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, how dare you? Obviously, everybody lived on their own land respectively at some point, and that's how the creator had designed it for specific reasons. So obviously they were civilized in their own way, in their own cultural identity, until colonialism came about and decided to enslave people, beat their identity out of them, stole, and to this very day it's still going on. It's just it's subtle and hidden, well, hidden to whoever it needs to be hidden from, but it's, to me, it's actually staring you in the face. And then you just can't help but wonder and think like, this life, what was it like? What could it have been like had colonialism never took place? Many of us, even including myself to this very day, bearing our slave master's surname anyway. And but I can't help but think and wonder, like, it would be nice at some point if maybe, I get to know which tribe I belong to and like my actual name. And that will definitely happen at some point. Because like I said, as long as you have life, there is hope, isn't it? But I just want, everybody to probably start digging into their family background and, searching for answers and trying to see like where you're connected, if you're feeling lost and you have everything in life, but there's just this puzzle that seems to be missing, this piece of a puzzle. And don't be afraid, because if there's one thing I've realized throughout my little journey is the things that we're actually running from, we should not be running from it. More than anything, we should actually go forth and know and understand about it. And the things we're actually running after, those are the things we actually should not be running after. It's like upside down and, flipping the script. Because so many of our cultural and stuff, things have been so demonized. I always say this, you see Satan really knows how to, turn some of God's beautiful things and twist it, make it seem demonic. And if you don't know, you can end up even serving the wrong God just because of that matter, because of the twisting what Satan does. Like I said, people, it's time, to search for truth and get to know truth without fear. So I'll leave this with you for now, and there's another part coming up, which will be part 3, and we'll just see where this journey leads us in the end. Please like and share, and thanks for watching. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and do not forget, drink water.